no one has really many tanks. Hyper Youth Gaming kind of have 2. Royal kind of have 1.
And I love the kinda.
Yeah.
Really, it's 1.5 versus half.
Yeah.
Kind of have that PL feeling for what will be a pokey Varus and then a blue Ezreal. So you get what they're going for as we have a level 1 tussle.
A scuffle here. As Trundle level 1, very powerful. Mata going in, 3-man pulverized. Whoosh comes in with the rocket jump as well. Exhausted down, and there's first blood. Maybe make it 2 as Gosu has to run himself away. One more auto flash in, but a good heal there from Gosu keeps him alive. Now Whoosh is in trouble as Lissandra's come down. Damages there as Trundle going to collect that next kill. MLXG
comes
trying
on
to
the
do what he
back.
can, but the damage still there. Another pulverize up as March is going to go down as Looper swoops in to collect that one. And a bloodthirsty level 1. 2 kills for Royal, 1 kill for HYG.
Yeah, 2 for 1, and Whoosh actually... But both teams will do it.
In and amongst all the replay, after the very chaotic level 1, we have actually swapped things up, but we'll get standard lanes here, which I'm sure both teams are relatively fine with. Xiao getting aggressive. MLXG's here at level 2. Gosu with no summoners, remember, going to get snared up. The Ignite's down and end of the line takes him out.
Yeah, and as soon as you see no summoner spells on a Varus in the mid lane, your eyes light up.
I'm going to freeze it as far back as I can towards my turret, but that's going to lose your jungler to blue buff by the looks of things. As March maybe just loses his life. Chain does land in there. MLXG's over the top, but not enough to follow in. They'll just force him straight out of there.
Yeah, and you know, MLXG valued his flash more than a kill there, I have to say, because he probably could have picked that one up if he had it flashed over the wall. Instead, just goes and gets a blue buff now for Xiao, who you would expect. And that's a LeBlanc that already has 3 assists behind her.
And now bottom lane, S17 in trouble as Looper's going to chase it down. He's going to force away. Looper can't quite get in range. Does have his flash, but didn't quite have her in kill ranges. Now March is down here. Looper might have to use it defensively. Will pop it in, but the flash on Burrow is going to come out. Minions here actually might be enough damage. Blind is through. Looper, massive outplay, takes out March.
The blind was massive and has enough cooldown on that E to be able to make the play. All of a sudden, the wave is frozen in front of the turret, so S17 has to stay.
And we're not done. XQ now in top lane, getting charged up there by Whoosh. Whoosh going to go straight in for it. Hyper aggressive, but it cost him his life. That was a bit too much that time.
See, you call it hyper aggressive.
Oh, Mata, he's dead as well by the looks of things. Slow down there from the Trundle. Flash in for the Ezreal. Double kill for XQ.
Yeah, as I said, you call it aggressive. I call that stupid. As we see Mata caught off.
Yep, actually a little bit out of position. Surrounded by 4 members of HYG. Does pop his ulti, goes in for Gosu. Gets the pulverized lance. A headbutt. Looper all the way down there. Just going to miss the blinding assault as they are going to descend back onto the Arthur. Ulti does tag Looper on the end. S17 is going to get the first lockdown there, and they need to try and find a kill. Shu now roaming in. Does get the flash chomp there for the slow, but damage going to force him back from everyone else here. RNG, plenty of damage as MLXG steps out from the jungle. And they certainly do. Going to move their way back in, but HYG will disengage.
Yeah, and HYG are actually ahead in this game at this stage of the... And you can see the poke out of the Ezreal and Varus. All of a sudden, you're caught in the mid lane against what is a siege comp, and that's not where you want to be. MLXG gets chunked out. That'll be mid lane turret most likely.
Looks like they're going to try and take it here. Ezreal pretty good at this sort of thing. We'll have to wait for a minion wave, but ulti not quite up there for Ezreal, but plenty of wave clear left here with the Iceborne Gauntlet and the Varus, who's low on mana, but should be able to use the last of it to poke the Raptors. Didn't want to go for the wave clear, but they should be able to group up here and take this Xiao, who 1v4, not much he can do here.
And we said not really the disengage options as they're going in.
They're going to fight for it, teleport in from Looper as well. Mata tags up one, MLXG goes in, but gets exhausted as S17 still getting locked down. The heal might keep him alive. Great ulti there to prevent the Harrier stack from proccing. Xiao, who dives back in for it, and Looper will collect that kill. And now March may be low, True Shot barrage up, but Xiao who pops out of the way. MLXG low as Looper, going to get himself knocked up. Gets a double actually onto Varus, but will get taken down. And RNG have committed so much to this mid lane.
Yeah, they certainly have, but in the end, they still lose the turret. They lose Looper's life, which is a shutdown, and the gold advantage actually grew for Hyper Youth Gaming.
It was flanking with the ulti as, speaking of, 17 getting pretty heavily towed up. You can see a bird and a cow and a yordle all trying to kill you. Not very pleasant experiences. No summoners here, but an ulti up for S17. He's just going to buy some time. He has been tagged by Whoosh. Looper going to move in for it. Who are they going to give the kill to?
This is what we talk about killing Lissandra.
Yep.
It takes forever. In the meantime, you lose a mid lane turret. You commit so much into that bottom side of the map. And if they stay down there for the turret now, Hyper Youth Gaming just keep going.
Certainly do, as HYG sticking together for now. Don't want to get picked off by the Quinn. RNG are going to work on this top turret. They will actually get it, so that's going to answer back some gold for them and actually claim their first turret of the game. Looper forced to pop the Ghostblade Pillar. I think just tagged him with the slow. Now March going to look in for the Unburrow. Great vault away there from Looper, but the flash is going to secure it. XQ third kill of the game.
Yeah, and Lupa tried his hard. Not a good news story. Xiaohu finds out.
Down to 17. Damage is massive. Huge tether there from the trainer. Xiaohu moves in for the kill. No ulti there for S17. Xiaohu, very nice.
Yeah, he just didn't even use it. I think he resigned himself to the fact that he was dead. Wanted it for a teleport play maybe, and
combo.
They want this. Smarter going for the flank as well. You can see MLXG and Lupa coming in.
Oh, misses the combo. No, does flash in for the pulverize and finds Marta, but Marta now pops the ulti in the middle of it. Exhaust down onto XQ as that 17 is now in the area. Marta looks dead, but Lupa swoops in for the flank and is forced to flash out. Doesn't quite get that assassination down, and now Xiaohu may be caught out of position. Pillar does go down to cut off the path, but Xiaohu does not distort over the wall. A little sloppy once again. Marta the only casualty, but Royal, these plays just aren't working out for them.
Yeah, just wasn't able to get the combo that you felt they needed, and that's with a chunk out of XQ before that team fight goes down. See, Xiaohu still wants to look for an assassination on this backline. In fact, everyone does. No one looking to defend the turret. They all just want to fight again.
Yeah, again, all defensive summon is now down, so it's not a bad time to go for it. MLXG gonna rush in for it, but he might be pinned down here. Marta again with a big pulverize, and there's the first kill out onto Lissandra. Tower will fall, but the damage is massive here as Whoosh is gonna go leaping through the team. Xiaohu gets low, he will fall for it, but that's gonna be an ace.
And second time at charm pastry time, they're able to execute this time around because the headbutt pulve hit 3 people, set Xiaohu up for a massive human cannonball. 21 minutes in, eyes turn to Baron one more time.
Yep, very quick Barons all around here. RNG taking decisive fights, and now going to move it into the Baron. 4 carries effectively. Commented them a lot.
S17, you're in trouble.
On the Baron play, as S17 is going to get vaulted up. Might be okay. Xiaohu going to keep chasing. Chain will land. Stasis is there. Tether will not hit, but this should be a pretty easy pickup. And it is Lupa that gets it.
Yeah, so in the end, able to chunk him out. Bring him down. It will.
Ooh, just misses there on the True Shot barrage.
That's actually become more threatening as the game goes on.
Yeah, I mean, look, S17 is not particularly tanky either. It's difficult to kill, as we've seen.
Oh, Gozu.
Oh, huge play, and that's going to be a blow up there from Xiaohu. Now Lupa swooping in for a tower dive, but actually backs away from it as Shu does come in to defend. But once again, Marta setting it all up.
Flash, headbutt, pole. Not really much counterplay to that if you don't have your flash available, which you didn't. They will grab a second. Scimitar picked up for Lupa. He's very conscious as Marta can't move.
Yep, he's hanging out in the pillar. Pulverize, headbutt. Trying to get to safety, but doesn't have his ulti. Oh, he does, but that's too late. He's going to go down there. The joys of Trundle Pillar. As Lupa's busy taking the base.
Yeah, Trundle Pillar, Anivia Wall. Anything that creates terrain can kind of do that to you. They need to be careful here.
Good ulti. MLXG though, caught out of position. Does need to exhaust as the pillar is going to move him back. Xiaohu looking for an assassination, but gets unburrowed there. Good Zonya's going to buy Lupa a little bit more time, but he has to actually flash out away as Whoosh. Straight in over the top for it. Once XQ. Good flash, but it's not enough as Gosu can't quite lock down the Triss. Now MLXG happy to turn on the offensive as Lupa has swooped his way from top lane. There's 17 can drone with the teleport. Nice counterplay there from Royal.
So Royal able to very much punish.
That's actually, excuse me. Oh, never mind. Oh. Lupa's coming in. S17 trouble again. Damage is there. Oh, he follows from the dash. Very well played in the heal. Will it be enough there? The auto's there. Lupa flashes in. Good Zonya's, but I don't know if the rest of his team's there. He's going to get the blinding assault kill. But Lupa now has to keep cutting around. Pops the scimitar. That's not enough. XQ picks that one up.
Yeah, so in the end, Lupa trades his life 1-for-1 with the enemy top laner. With how far ahead he...
And Etro do say, you know what, we probably can't. Let's fight you. And they've been trying to do just that for the last few minutes, it feels like. Well, they fight in. XQ just eats another 2 bits of damage. Almost goes down to the ulti out from Graves. Teleport in from S17. Needs to come in to defend the team. Lupa, once again, around the start. Huge pulverize there from Marta as Lupa will go down to the end, but Shu getting low as S17 pops himself into stasis. Kill on the back end there as MLXG is trying to kite around much. Will get locked up there as the Zonies might keep him alive. Never mind, Lissandra goes down, and Lupa this time gets it right.
Yeah, and that was a very close thing. You know, he dove into the back line, got exhausted, and lived on absolutely no health. Hysteric's coming up massive, but that will be another clean ace. A 31-minute-ish game this time around for RNG, but they will take the 2-0.
Might be able to end it here. 20 seconds left on this death timers and plenty of turret damage here from Whoosh. They're going to start things off here. Nexus turret looking to go down. It gets melted, in fact, as Whoosh just has far too much damage, and this does look to be the end. Royal took a little longer, like you mentioned, but another swift game for them, bringing the average game time all the way down, and another convincing 2-0 victory.
Yeah, and this time it was a little bit, I guess, shakier through the mid game, but some good